What's really good? It's your boy Spider Minutes, aka D-Man. You're a man. I'm sitting here with my sister, my day one, the one who holds it down for me, my co-host Daria. Say what's up, Daria.
What's up, guys?
Extreme Rules is coming up, and right now we have our panel. As we usually do, we have our predictions. We talk about the potential results, all that good stuff. And I'm rambling right now because it's too hot to think. It is way too. We're at a heat advisory. It's like 115 outside with the heat index. Yeah, this is not cool. This is not cool right now, and I can't think straight. So I'm just trying to run right into this because this is not fair. It's not fair at all. But anyway, welcome to the Smash pay-per-view prediction special for Extreme Rules 2018. How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a very cool thoughts and ice cream right now and everything that. As I said, I'm rambling. Tonight, we got our guest with us, King Dead, everyone's favorite Wolf Dad. Say what's up, King Dead.
What up?
Oh, what up? See, a man of many words. He is a great orator. He just knows how to get right to the point, succinct, concise words. Not a lot of the drivel. Drivel. Whatever. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Also, this card sucks. Moving on. It kind of does. Don't try to sugarcoat it. It kind of does. Anyway, Extreme Rules 2018. Mm-hmm. A gimmick pay-per-view with like maybe 4 or 5 gimmick matches. So it's really just a regular pay-per-view. Yeah. Don't know why it's branded as Extreme Rules because nothing is really extreme about it. The extremeness is about as existent in the name as like the XFL. It's just there. And there's nothing really extreme. But we do have a few marquee matches. First off, we're going to start off with the kickoff match, a table match, because WWE and their creative team has finally decided that Sanity gets to do something. Finally. They had these vignettes, had everybody ready for them, and then nothing for like 2 months. Nothing at all. They face off against the New Day in a tables match. Your gimmick pay-per-view that is supposed to be about all these extreme things. About all these stipulations, and that's what it's supposed to be. You're gonna put one of your few gimmick matches on the kickoff show. Mm-hmm. With two of your best tag teams, because Sanity's been killing it on NXT. They haven't been able to do much on the main roster, but they've been killing it at NXT. And New Day has always been entertaining, and they're sure to be entertaining in a tables match, 3-on-3, yada yada, whatever. Anyway, tables match, New Day versus Sanity. Sanity's first match on a major pay-per-view on the kickoff. KD, tell us who you got.
I mean, this is a tough one just because I wish they had more time to do something instead of just like, rushing in a match. I mean, but the New Day are kings of the pre-show tag team match. I mean, it's something that they and the Usos built to a science.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's a tough choice. I mean, they're like the numbers game isn't at play here because, both sides have an equal number. So, I mean, it all comes down to who's the better team. And in this case, I'm going to say Sanity has the advantage because they have, that edge and willingness to go further than the New Day would.
Yeah. All right. Daria, who you got?
Yeah, I agree with KD. I do. And I don't see them bringing them in. And this is their first pay-per-view match.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them bringing their first pay-per-view match with Sanity and then them losing. Although the New Day, to be quite honest, doesn't really need the win anyways.
I love your analysis. No, seriously. I love this dichotomy that we have because like she came in here, she's very new to the game, and now she's like, oh, I don't think that they're gonna win because why would they bring them in here if they're not gonna give them the win? And I love that
yeah,
because I love my sister.
Right, and the New Day doesn't need the win anyways. We already know they're phenomenal, so it's like
Damn,
if they win or lose, it's like, okay.
She's taking all my answers. God damn.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's good. I'm cool with that. Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with the both of you. There's no reason to pull up Sanity, have them have their first pay-per-view match, even though it is on the pre-show, with like no juice. There's no juice behind Sanity to allow them to take a loss and just be completely unfazed by it. That's one of the biggest issues. If they were able in those like around 2, maybe 3 months that they have been throwing vignettes to allow them to do something. It didn't even have to be like, a storyline. Just like let them do something. Let them show how they're chaotic. Let them show how they're just like, over the top and why they should be feared. If that existed between the time that we saw their first vignette and now, then yeah, I think it might be a toss-up because New Day, while they don't need a win, New Day getting the win would make sense. Sanity getting the win would make sense. Both of them seem like a suitable result.
Yeah.
Either getting the win, but like with no juice behind Sanity, why would you have them lose? Why would you? So I got to go with Sanity on that particular one. Moving on to another stipulation match, another fun little match. Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman. If you haven't really been watching, Kevin Owens has been Braun Strowman's new buddy, but with friends like Braun Strowman, who needs enemies? Because let's see, Braun Strowman flipped over his rental car and turned it into a smoldering wreck. He locked him in a porta potty and knocked it off stage.
Actually, Kevin Owens locked himself in a porta potty.
Point. He was trying to hide from Braun Strowman, and the end result is Kevin Owens probably got covered in poo-poo water. Not cool, in my opinion.
Actually, pretty cool.
No, it's not cool. Have you?
Don't hide in a porta potty.
Okay.
It's easy.
Okay, ma'am. Poo-poo water.
You know who Braun Strowman is, correct?
Again, like
no.
Again, like, can we call a truce? Let me get out the porta potty. Like, okay, you found me. Okay, kick my ass outside the porta potty.
No.
Don't knock me over in the porta potty and get me covered in doo-doo water.
Well, he was nice enough to bring it to the audience.
No, that makes it worse. I now have to do a walk of shame backstage, covered in all kinds of fecal matter.
Then don't hide. It's an easy lesson.
Okay, so you have no empathy. You have no empathy. Either way, Kevin Owens has been on the butt end of Braun Strowman for at least the past month going on. And finally, it's come to an end where Kurt Angle's like, hey, you know what? Kevin Owens comes to Kurt. He's like, hey, I don't want this anymore. I want you to resolve this. And Kurt's ideas go, you're going to have a match with the guy that you don't want to be around, because that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. So Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. Kevin Owens has nowhere to run. Braun Strowman has all the time to make Kevin his little plaything. So King dead, who do you have?
Let's see. Owens or Strowman? I mean, Owens has been like an utter coward this entire story. I mean, I'm not even sure. Is steel cage traditional conditions in play? Like, escape the cage?
I think the default is like you can escape, but you could also get pinned or submitted. So
right. Yeah, so it's escape or walk out the cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, Braun doesn't even need to win this match, so I'm going to say Kevin Owens.
Oh, okay. All right. That's all right. Cool.
Yeah.
Daria?
I see Kevin Owens winning on some BS. To be quite honest, it's Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is a survivor.
And then where has Sami Zayn been? Is he injured?
Oh,
he's out on injury. He has like a double rotator cuff injury.
Yeah, that's what it is. So like,
that's a bummer.
Well, I mean, like Sami Zayn might be able to like come up and just be like, "Haha, I'm here," but like keep his arms to the side. Just kind of walk around like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man without the flailing arms. Yeah, it does.
I don't know. I'd say Kevin. I just think on some BS because it's Braun Strowman and nobody can really. I'm not saying he's undefeatable, but it's a steel cage match and it's Kevin Owens, so it's kind of like, yeah.
Well, I will say this: Kalisto does have a win over Braun Strowman in one of these little specialty matches. What was it? A dumpster match where he drop kicks Strowman to the point where his legs just landed inside the dumpster, and therefore Kalisto has a win over the monster in the bank.
Okay.
So it's anything is possible if they manage to make it work this way, make it work out right. I think that Kevin Owens can get the win. I think on our survey sheet, I think I said Braun, but I'm waffling a little bit. I think Kevin might actually manage to get this win because it makes, to me, it kind of makes the most sense. Because like this is if this was any other kind of match with any other person, this would just be like, you know, a traditional match between two great wrestlers. But this is erring on the side of comedy to the point where Kevin has been saying nothing but his comeuppance throughout the entirety of the exchange. It wouldn't make any sense not to at least let us have a little bit of hope that Kevin could walk out on, as you said, on some BS.
Yeah.
So my pick, 3 for 3. That's twice we did that. 3 for 3. Kevin Owens. Moving on, we have the weirdest feud.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all.
Okay, so this feud has involved Baron Corbin shaving his head. Finally, getting rid of that.
By the way,
getting rid of that.
I mean, he looks
head.
Great now.
He does. He no longer has to salute at the top of the crown of his head because there's no receding hairline. So his hair is gone.
You are a jackass.
I am a little bit. His hair is gone. I'm pretty sure Finn Balor posted his butt on Instagram to taunt him.
What the crap?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't a fever dream. I believe that happened. There's a picture of his ass on Instagram to further this feud.
Finn Balor.
And the traditional "I'm a big man, everybody is little" BS that everybody goes through for these kind of exchanges. But this is weird. This is just a match. This is just a match. It's Extreme Rules, and this is just a match. Nothing else is happening but a match.
Okay. So let's get it over with.
So Corbin versus Balor. KD, just tell me who you got.
I mean, the Constable has been a strong hand in bringing law and order back to the Raw brand, due to the chaos inflicted upon us by that incompetent management of Kurt Angle. So I'm going to say Constable Corbin has it.
Okay. Darian?
I'm on a fence. I want to say Finn, but I have to agree. Yeah, Constable Corbin has been kind of ripping Raw back into shape because it's been interesting now since he's been Constable Corbin.
I mean, yeah, he kind of is.
It's been kind of interesting, to be quite honest. I'm sorry. I mean, no harm.
All right. So who you got?
Constable Corbin.
All right. So 2 for Constable Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna break the monotony.
Of course.
No 3-0s. Because while I do agree, the existence of Constable Corbin has been doing a great job to whip Raw into shape because of that incompetent thumb man, Kurt Angle, just like not handling business the way he should. Again, there should be no cage match between Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman. Kevin Owens has been filing complaint after complaint, and Kurt is just like, okay, you don't want to face him? You get to face him. The hell. But despite all of this, I think Finn definitely gets the win, in my opinion. Just take a look at this. I see no reason why Finn wouldn't catch this win. Primarily because, yeah, it's Constable Corbin. He's got a fresh new look. He's got a fresh new title. But with all of that, him getting a win, he kind of doesn't need it. Because it doesn't seem like he's progressing toward any particular championship matches or any particular major storylines. He's there. He's playing a great role where he is right now. So him losing does absolutely nothing to harm him.
That's true.
Nothing to harm him. Finn Balor, on the other hand, we have the IC title that he could go for whenever that other mobile thumb Brock Lesnar decides to finally drop the goddamn title. He could run for that, and I could see that feasibly working out for him. But until then, Finn Balor needs to have something to hang his hat on. Otherwise, unless they plan on having this Constable Corbin Finn Balor beef go for like a couple more pay-per-views. So I got Finn Balor. It's fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying the comedy, and the weirdness on social media is just that. Finn, why'd you show your ass on the gram? Why? Whatever. I got Finn Balor. I broke it up finally. We're gonna move on to our first championship match, and it's a really good one because we got the defending champion Bludgeon Brothers, who have been running roughshod over all of SmackDown, just knocking out the SmackDown Tag Team division. And we have Team Hell No. Kane decides to come back. I'm guessing he lost his bid to be the mayor of Knox County.
No, he hasn't actually.
Oh, he hasn't?
No, he's running, like he got the primary, and he's going to be running come November.
Oh, damn.
Awesome.
Okay.
I love it.
With your libertarian ass. Yeah, don't worry about it. The views and opinions expressed on this HEELKAIJU podcast are mine and my own. Yeah, I had to put the disclaimer down there with your libertarian ass. Anyway, Kane comes back after the Bludgeon Brothers beat down Daniel Bryan during that little gauntlet match prior to. No, it was after Money in the Bank. The week after the SmackDown after Money in the Bank, there was a 5-man gauntlet match, and it looked like Daniel Bryan was poised to get the win. He beat up. Who'd he beat? He beat Big E, and he beat somebody else, didn't he? Well, he beat Big E, he beat somebody else, and then as the Miz was about to come out, Bludgeon Brothers came down, beat him up. Miz catches the win. Rusev gets the win. We'll get into that a little bit later. But Bludgeon Brothers now cross paths with Daniel Bryan. He needs some help. In comes the Big Red Machine. Kane and Daniel Bryan have finally reconciled after Kane did a whole bunch of messed up stuff to him before his first retirement. And here we are. Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. KD, who do you have?
This is actually a tough one. I mean, because the Bludgeon Brothers kind of haven't really done much of anything. I mean, Team Hell No is Team Hell No. I mean, they're like, an amazing tag team that shouldn't work, but they somehow do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say this will be one of possibly our only title change of the night, actually. Well, maybe one of two. Bludgeon, our deleter, our Team Hell No wins. I was going to get it right eventually.
You're going to get it there sometime.
Yeah.
Daria, who you got?
Yeah, with KD. Again, Bludgeon Brothers haven't really been doing much. Then again, why would you bring Team Hell No together and then not do anything with them?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So, Team Hell No is going to win the championship.
All right. So, this is going to be hard for me because I'm taking a look at Team Hell No, and what's pushing my decision is twofold. Daniel Bryan's contract, which I believe is coming up by around September this year. His contract is coming to an end, and if it does renew, I think that they're really going to be pushing for a Daniel Bryan versus Miz WrestleMania.
I believe they could still get that even with this win.
I think they can, but I think it would be a little bit clunky to try to do it because you'd have to try to ease Team Hell No out of the title picture and kind of push Daniel Bryan toward that position, and that there's going to be a lot more work than what I'm thinking might happen. And that's the fact that The Miz has no match on this card. The Miz has been sticking his nose in this Team Hell No. Yeah. The last time, I'm sitting here stammering.
Last week.
Thank you. Last week, the SmackDown before the SmackDown that we just had, The Miz had him on Miz TV and tried to break him up. And it just seems like the natural progression of things would be to have The Miz find some way to interfere and ensure that Team Hell No gets the loss. Because two things. If they do have this thing planned for WrestleMania, as a potential, then this sets the seeds for it, and this is one of many seeds that they've set for a Miz Bryan WrestleMania match. And 2, if he doesn't renew his contract, I think the last pay-per-view he's going to be having is SummerSlam, and this is a quick fast track to a Miz Daniel Bryan beef as he walks out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Miz gets involved in some kind of way. Bludgeon Brothers retain their championship, get the win, and that's the second one that I done broke up.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be the detractor today.
Okay.
That's what that D stands for, detractor.
All right.
We got our next tag team title match with Raw. We have the B team, consisting of Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, versus the Deleters of Worlds, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Quite honestly, I am disappointed in this feud, not because they've been doing anything bad, but because they have really done very little to talk about the fact that it's brother versus frickin' brother.
Yeah.
Bo and Bray, they have like made sure to shy away from that completely. They're treating Bo and Bray like they tried to treat the Usos and Roman Reigns during the beginning of his Shield run. They're doing whatever they can to make sure that you don't draw the parallels, even though they're drawing the parallels by having Bo Dallas be Bray Wyatt whenever they're impersonating the Deleters of Worlds.
Yeah,
it's frustrating. That. Just say it. Just say something, anything. Add a little bit of fruit to this build. Whatever. But everything else has been pretty decent. The comedy's been pretty good. The matches have been pretty decent. Bray Wyatt has been in and out of this feud, mainly because he had a car accident that sidelined him for like a couple of weeks. But it's basically just been Matt Hardy carrying this feud for the duration. So, King Dead, who you got? B Team versus the Deleters of World. Oh my goodness, I'm trying not to yawn.
I'm gonna say the B Team. They've had a hell of a lot of momentum going into this match, and they really are hungry to prove their worth in a post-Miz world.
Yeah, all right.
So, I mean, I think that the B Team want it more.
All right, Daria?
I agree. Sorry, I agree.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, because I'm actually in agreement with that one right there.
Yeah.
One, because Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, they've been working their butts off. They've definitely earned the shot to be out in the spotlight. And 2, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, they've been great as the Deleters of Worlds, but at the same time, they don't need this. They need to get back to their singles run. They need to get back to the singles run, and they need to get back to a Bray versus Matt kind of feud somewhere down the line, because this is good and all, but like the shelf life is very short.
Yeah.
There's only so many more weeks of this that it would exist, and plus the Raw tag team division has been kicking ass lately. So we should expect to see some new challengers, and the B Team kind of makes it feel like you have a champions, I should say, who are beatable and kind of make for much more compelling storylines, more compelling matches for whenever they manage to eke out a win against some talent that a lot of people in the internet wrestling community, trademark, yay, not mine, but whatever, might, feel are better than the B Team, and we get them to get these wins and move on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got 3 for the B Team. Next is another championship match, which again has absolutely no stipulation on during Extreme Rules. I'm not leaving that alone. I'm not.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't. I don't even understand.
There's
how
no
it became
stipulation.
a match.
No, I can get why this is a match. I just can't get why Extreme Rules is still a thing. Just give it another name or something, because otherwise, what is extreme about this pay-per-view? Not a goddamn thing. But we have Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and there's really not a lot to say about this. This kind of got started when Shinsuke Nakamura nutshotted Jeff Hardy during a match that we were in attendance for in Memphis.
Oh,
and
right.
Yeah, and like injury has kind of sort of made this thing a thing that's not a thing, because Jeff Hardy's been working on, I believe, what was it, a pinched nerve or something like that, and he was out for like a week or two. They wasn't able to wrestle with, and then Shinsuke Nakamura gets bit by a dog, and just this is weird. Things have been happening, but finally they get a match between these two. Jeff Hardy putting his United States Championship on the line. As I said, there's not a lot much more to say besides this is just a match. It's just a title match right now. So, King Dad, who you got?
Who do I have? I mean, Seth versus Dolph is going to be a good match. Or, I mean, Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke is going to be hopefully a good match.
Just jumping over it. That shows how much you give a damn.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Honestly, I think if Nakamura is going to win a championship, this is going to be it. So I'm going to say Nakamura.
Okay.
Which goes and recedes my whole point about title wins tonight, or that night, but oh well.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yep, I agree with you, KD, Shinsuke.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to your point that if Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win a title match, it's going to be this one. He honestly should have had the WWE title.
A while ago.
I don't give a damn what anybody says. Like the last two WWE title matches, he should have won one of them, in my opinion. And this is kind of a step down. Not much of a step down because Jeff Hardy is still great, still doing amazing things. The United States Championship definitely needs that polish to make it feel like a very contended title, the same way that the Intercontinental title has been, and we'll get to that next. But like Shinsuke should have had WWE major title gold. He should have. So if he is gonna win a title, it's definitely gonna be this one, and I think it will work against Jeff Hardy. So Shinsuke 3-0 Shinsuke. Now this one is actually kind of fun because I love Iron Man matches. I think they could be some of the best matches on the card with the right people, and I think we do have the right people, even though we crap all over Dolph Ziggler, just no longer connecting with the fans the way that he used to, and it's like partially his fault, partially WWE's fault, and partially just the fact that injuries just at the wrong time kind of made it hard for him to develop any momentum when he was on top, and actually, the fandom around him was fitting to where he could actually succeed and attain gold and just be at the top of his game. It's just been a trifecta of suck when it comes to Dolph Ziggler's career. Again, it's not all his fault. It's a lot of WWE's fault. It's a lot of just happenstance. But we have Seth Rollins, who has been killing it over the past few months, over the past year, I'd say, ever since he's been back. Seth Rollins has been doing a great job. Dolph Ziggler, who has been okay, and I can't recall. I didn't see that match. KD, did you see that match on Raw against between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre?
I saw parts of it. I did not see the full match.
And because there was a stipulation that Drew would be barred from ringside if he got the win.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he got the win, so the Drew factor is out. So it's just a 30-minute Iron Man match between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental title. KD, who you have?
Oh, God, this is a tough one because Seth has just been putting on a hell of a show, but at the same time, Dolph, has a new, renewed vigor and purpose, and I'd like to see him win. So as much as I love Seth with the title because it just suits him so well, I'm going to say Dolph Ziggler holds on to it this time.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I'm going to say Dolph Ziggler holds on to it because of Drew McIntyre.
You think he finds some way to get involved into the match?
It's Drew McIntyre. Of course.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm not mad at him for it.
I'm not either. Because we are technically just waiting for this alliance between Drew and Dolph to implode at some point in time.
Yeah.
Because Drew doesn't need to be a sidekick.
He kind of doesn't.
He doesn't need to be tethered to Dolph Ziggler, especially Dolph Ziggler. He doesn't need to be tethered to Dolph Ziggler. Because out of the two, Drew is definitely the better of the two. And he has more of a force behind him. He has that without being shackled to the Chosen One moniker anymore. He's shown that his body of work outside of WWE and in NXT, that he's able to carry himself to be a main card champion. So this doesn't need to last any longer. Not much more longer. Not much more longer. Wow, goddamn. But saying that, I think Dolph does still get the win. I don't think Drew gets as involved as we think, but I do think that Dolph manages to get the win in some kind of skeevy fashion, because that just seems like a Dolph thing to do. So 3-0, Dolph retains. Damn. Now on to okay. This is the last stipulation match for their Extreme Rules, and the only Extreme Rules match on Extreme Rules.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought they were really
Carmella and Asuka, and then you got Nia Jax. And
Oh,
Alexa.
my bad. I skipped. See, I'm like King Dead. I just skipped right over it because I'm just like, I stopped caring.
Oh, okay.
I was going. I
and
saw that
Asuka.
Extreme Rules and I jumped right over. So I'm gonna put one in. I'm gonna put one in the jar. I apologize. That's me.
Okay. So Carmella and Asuka.
Carmella and Asuka, and there's really not much more to say about this either. James Ellsworth shows up, distracts Asuka for like 45 seconds in the middle of a title match, and sets it up for Carmella to super kick Asuka in the side of the neck at Money in the Bank. Hey, James Ellsworth is back. That was fun.
Yeah.
But come on, Asuka. You are much smarter than that to just be like, hey, for 45 seconds, I'm going to turn my back to the champion.
Yeah.
And yell at James Ellsworth.
Yeah.
Why? Well, this time, we have a rematch. Carmella, champion, versus Asuka. And James Ellsworth is suspended in a shark cage above the ring. The last time I saw a shark cage match, 2 times. It was Paul Ellering in NXT between...
it was Authors of Pain and... Was it DIY? Or was it TM61?
It was TM61. I believe it was TM61.
No, it was DIY. It was DIY.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they had... You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was that crash cage thing, because they were basically promoting the...
Yeah, you're right. I got you. Be that as it may, it was that, and then...
oh, wait, no, it was TM61. You're right.
Put one in the jar. Ting, ting. Whatever. I'll put the jar sound effects in there. I don't care. But then it was also Enzo and Cass versus who?
Oh, Enzo... Oh, it was a stupid
was suspended
match.
in the cage. It was Cass versus somebody else, and
it was
because it's a who gives
Big Show. Yeah, it was a Big Show versus Big Cass.
Big Show.
It was the
versus
battle
Big
of the
Cass.
Bigs.
Right.
With
Enzo came out of the cage.
Yeah, slathered.
Enzo
in
got
baby oil.
naked and slathered up in oil.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
stupid,
this
man.
isn't unprofessionalism that's making it hard for me to remember that match. It's because I wanted to bleach that image out of my head.
Yeah.
But this is the third shark cage match in 2 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. Shark cage match. Yay, James Ellsworth suspended above the ring. Carmella versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. KD, who you got?
Oh, geez, who do I have for this? I don't even want to think about it. I'm going to say Carmella somehow retains via stupidity.
Yeah.
D?
Yeah.
I have to go with KD. Because although James Ellsworth is in a shark cage, it's Carmella at the same time.
Okay. So we have a Chekhov's gun situation. Because during the Lumberjill match between Asuka and Ellsworth, Carmella slid a canister of, let's say, hairspray to James Ellsworth to try to get him to defeat Asuka. Didn't work, though. I think it happened, after the match that he managed to spray her in her face. But, during the match, it didn't work. So, guess what I think is going to be dropped from the shark cage somewhere in the middle of the match.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's going to work. And I am very mad because I love me some Asuka.
Me too. I'm disappointed.
I love me some Asuka.
I think she can win this championship and just rock it, but okay. But then again, Carmella is really an insufferable heel with the championship.
Just
you gotta give it the props.
Get the title off of Carmella and get Asuka out of this goddamn feud. Please.
Yeah.
My choice is Carmella. Moving on. Now I can say it. Can I say it now?
Yeah, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, final stipulation match. It's the only Extreme Rules match on the card.
Yeah, it is.
And nobody really gives a shit. Because the only person who was actually making this match a thing was Ronda Rousey, surprisingly. Ronda Rousey has been the seasoning on this bland-ass feud.
Yeah.
You peppered her in. She made it perfect. Their match between Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax was phenomenal. It was great. I loved it. Awesome storytelling. But Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax is just going to be okay.
Well, Ronda Rousey's going to be in the front row, so it might get interesting.
Now, see, I don't know too much because one of our friends who was in our chats, Gabby, they say that Ronda's suspension is up on that day. I thought her suspension was up the next day for Raw. So
they've been advertising her to be in the front row. So
I know she's still gonna be there.
Yeah,
but I don't know if she's gonna be involved, and if she's involved,
might just be one of those catch-22s though.
I mean, it's gonna be a situation where like if she's involved while she is suspended, that's gonna just extend the suspension. She's not gonna be around. That's not gonna make any sense. But if she's gonna be involved and she's unsuspended, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Katie, who you got?
I don't care. It's gonna be Alexa again because somehow she has the most powerful punch in the history of women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah. Alexa, we're gonna move on. Who do you got?
Who do you got?
I said Alexa.
Damn.
Go.
Alexa. It's Alexa.
There you go.
It's Alexa because like.
Yeah.
I guess I don't care either. It's just gonna be Alexa. I don't even have a reasoning why. It's just gonna be her.
I'm just a little disappointed because Nia has been killing it lately.
Nia's been getting better.
Yeah, and I'm
no, she hasn't.
Hey,
a little bit, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Bit.
Okay. Pause. Nia's been getting better. Caveat. Ready for a caveat? Nia's been getting better when they let her be a monster. When they let her beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to pull her and do this baby face, hot tag bullcrap.
Nah.
At best, no, it doesn't fit her. But when Nia's a monster like that match that she had against Ronda Rousey, when she was just beating the absolute crap out of her, just like showing that she could throw her weight around in actionable ways, Nia has been great.
Yeah.
Whenever they let her do that, she has been great. Without that, she's just another baby face in a big body, and it doesn't fit. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Kane dead? That's okay?
Okay,
fine. Be that way. You butt.
This match I don't really give a crap about.
Okay. So up next is Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. No stipulations. I don't even think this is going to be a winner faces Brock Lesnar match. It's just a match right now, right? I think that's what it is. Just a match right now. And this might actually be a pretty good match because Roman Reigns has been good.
That's not the point.
The point is I don't like the outcomes of his matches, but his matches have been good. They have been good. I will take no Roman Reigns slander on this. He's been good. Bobby Lashley has damn near killed people. He damn near killed Big Cass down in Saudi Arabia with that suplex where they said, oh, it's a brain buster. Like, no, the fuck it wasn't. That was a botched suplex. That's what that was. But Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley, it's just a match. It's just a match. Kane dead, who you got?
I mean, I think we all know who it's going to be as much as I don't want it to be, especially since there's no stipulation for number one contenders, even though they were kind of hinting at that. But like, he's so entitled and demanding and gonna say he like deserves it even though he's done nothing to prove it. I'm just gonna be spiteful and say Bobby Lashley though.
I figured that's what you were talking about. Because that's all I was saying in my head, Bobby Lashley.
He's going to say Bobby Lashley because frick Roman Reigns.
I mean, at this point, that's honestly how I feel. I mean, he's an entitled little son of a bitch who's like, been making orders, but he hasn't earned shit.
Thank you.
He's had how many opportunities to win and he hasn't? He deserves
4
nothing.
or 5 and lost every one of them.
He's proven nothing.
I'm over it now. I'm just over it.
Like, he does not deserve an opportunity unless he goes to the very back of the line.
Yeah.
Build him back up. Do something. Daria, who you got?
I said who I had. Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
Just say it and move on.
Damn.
That's exactly what it is.
Damn. All right, fine. I don't even care. I don't even care about the outcome. I think the match is going to be good. I don't care about the outcome. Forget it. Bobby Lashley.
There you go.
Bobby Lashley. I think it's going to be Roman Reigns. I really do. I honestly do, because it is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But just to spite him, even though, again, everything besides the way that they've been moving his character, I have no issue with Roman. I have no issue with Roman, if not for the fact that they keep pushing his character into this role where it's just like, God, I hate you.
Yeah.
And it's not because he doesn't do good matches. It's not because he's been bad on the promos. He's been getting better on the promos, been doing decent on the promos. It's not been any of that. It's not been anything wrestling based. It's just like, God, I hate you. Just no. You don't get to keep coming out and saying this is my yard when you keep losing against the bigger dog whenever he steps into your supposed yard. It's not your yard.
Okay, we're going to move on.
God. Moving on. Final match of the card. AJ Styles versus Rusev. Rusev's first shot at a WWE title. And honestly, I am just aghast at the fact that this is his first time for the major title. Yeah. That shouldn't be. With a worker like Rusev, that shouldn't be. And now that I think about it, aside from like one or maybe 2 United States title reigns, that's the only title that he's won. I want to say, because he didn't win it. He didn't win the title in NXT. I don't believe he's won any tag titles. I don't believe. Hasn't won the IC title. He won the United States title once, definitely, and I believe he won it one more time. And that's it. This is the unsung hero of WWE that whenever somebody says you deserved it or you have earned it, that's this guy. That's definitely this guy. He has definitely earned shot after shot after shot, and he hasn't had it. So we have AJ Styles versus Rusev. KD, who you got?
I mean, Rusev has been on fire and has deserved this opportunity for a long time. But, I mean, AJ has been at the top of his game in WWE since he debuted in WWE.
Yeah.
I'm going to say AJ retains.
Yeah, that makes most sense.
Yeah.
Daria, who you got?
You know who I have.
Just say your catchphrase so we can get it over with.
You've been styled by AJ Styles.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Shinsuke, who has been nothing if not amazing during his feud with AJ Styles, has failed to wrest control of the WWE title away from the Phenomenal One, I don't see how Rusev can do it. And it's not a knock to Rusev, because as I said, I just sung his praises. But on the first try, on his very first time, I don't see how they make it happen. Honestly, it would be great storytelling, but I would believe in a Rusev title win a little bit more if it really felt like WWE was getting behind Rusev a bit more. And it doesn't feel like it as much. I think this is a trial run to see if he puts on a great match, puts on a compelling match in the main event of a pay-per-view against somebody like AJ Styles. And if it goes well, this may not be the last time he ever faces off for a major title. But I don't see them giving it to him on his first try. If they were pulling more punches, if they were talking more and more about this being an underdog story, this being his first ever shot, any of that, if they were really putting a lot more energy behind telling that story, I would say Rusev in a heartbeat, because that makes the most sense. That would be a great thing to show. That would be a damn near Eddie Guerrero kind of win at when he won his first title. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm being hyperbolic. I don't give a damn.
Okay.
But like if they really were behind him, like, we would see Rusev holding up the WWE title with confetti falling around his face and Lana celebrating with him. But that's not what's going to happen. They haven't put that much energy behind it. They haven't alluded to it. They haven't sat down and said, yeah, this is the thing that might happen. None of that happened. So I'm picking AJ Styles. This card is a mess. This card is a mess. Like, nothing here has been, like, you know, absolutely compelling. Everything has either been a foregone conclusion or just weird. That's really it. It feels predictable and it feels weird. And I honestly think that we can do better than this. I think we can. But anyway, that's Extreme Rules. That's our predictions for this weird ass pay-per-view with only like 4 or 5 stipulations that actually make it somewhat extreme. Yay. Anyway, I'm going to call this out because my co-host had to vacate for a second. So I'm going to be the one who's calling this out. As always, you can catch our podcast on iTunes, link in the description below. You know how we do. Or at the website at HEELKAIJU.com. There you can find our shows, articles, and merchandise to keep this site up and running and to keep us providing you with content. You can also join the Kaiju Wrecking Crew by following us on our Twitter account at HEELKAIJU, where we'll provide any updates, developments, and insights. Thank you again for listening. Thank you again, King Dead, for joining us. You are the hero that this world definitely needs.
Well, thank you for having me.
You know it. And remember, keep smashing.
Oh, yeah.